Hello! Welcome to Squid Essays. Inking your academic pen. My name is Julie and I will be your instructor as we read through Understanding the Buyer's Behavior. The article source is embedded in the video description below. Feel free to read along. Please note that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay for as little as $10 a page at Squid Essays. The link is in the description. Time planning is necessary to achieve any work plan objective. An effective time planning includes to-do list, listing down of all the tasks that need to be done in a required time scale. Prioritizing. It is important to prioritize a to-do list to keep things simple and make the list effective. Prioritizing a list can be done following a few steps. Step 1. Listing down the tasks that need to be done in any random order. Step 2. Classifying the tasks based on significance, urgency, importance and the estimated amount of time a task would take. Giving PC1 to something which is very urgent, PC2 or PC3, important but can be done later, PC4, may be binned. Step 3. Assessing the amount time available to complete the task and try to fit prioritized schedule work into time available. Step 4. Finalizing the list of priorities and scheduling the work. Real-time planning. For any sort of effective planning, it is necessary that real-time estimates are done based on deadlines, including in some extra time for unknown interruptions that could creep in. Conquering procrastination. If there is a task that one has been avoiding, do it by breaking it into parts. Practicing the art of intelligent neglect. Trying to eliminate those tasks from the list which do not have long-term consequence. Assessing and rewarding. It is very important to self-assess the plan before and after it has been executed to learn what profitable changes could be made from next time onwards, and upon the successful execution of the plan, rewarding yourself. A productive working relationship is hard to establish but is an essential factor to every organization. Maintaining good working relationships helps out in establishing an ease for the working of the organization. Some important parts related to it are effective leadership. Proper leadership style needs to be practiced in any organization as its first step in creating a productive working relationship. Few styles of leadership are the democratic style. The manager and the workers under this type of leadership are the joint stakeholders in the organization's benefits. This leadership style involves discussing of ideas with workers, involving workers in long-term planning and setting priorities, etc. The autocratic style. This leadership style is completely opposite to the democratic style. Here manager is the leader, planner and implementer. These organizations have predetermined goals to achieve and the workers have no say in anything, they are mere numbers working for these organizations. Laissez-faire style. The phrase in itself means to leave it alone, and that is the way this style works through. It lets its workers figure out the best way to do the task assigned to them, and the only thing the manager has to do is to ensure that a suitable working environment is provided to the workers. This type of leadership involves highly skilled and knowledgeable workers who can work without any supervision. Essentials to establish good working relationships: gaining commitment, trust and support of those with whom you work, showing respect and honoring promises, providing opportunities for people to air problems or concerns. Then there's the need to follow the equity theory, according to which employees would be motivated if treated fairly and demotivated if they perceive that they are being treated unfairly. Managing working relationship is the next step after establishing, and it's equally important. Effective management of working relationship involves listening and understanding everyone's viewpoints, never being biased, having control over office rage, respecting others, avoiding social cliques. In the event you witness a personal conflict, don't take sides. In case of conflict with a coworker, don't ignore it. Team working is an important task. It involves the 5 steps: forming, storming, norming, performing, mourning. To get a team to achieve its goals efficiently, some preconditions needed to be met are clarity and agreement about the team's purposes and goals. The members of the team will need to work well together in ability to overcome external obstacles, a form of team organization that builds commitment and team confidence. The team as whole needs to add another dimension to the collective strengths of the individual team members. There should be definite shared purpose for the team. There may be difficulties faced while working in a team, like personality clashes, different viewpoints. Team organization may tend to reinforce the mediocre and may even lead to damaging competition. But a proper management of a team could prevent these by Equal distribution of workload amongst the team, assigning specific tasks to members based on their potential. Effective communication amongst the team members, bringing out the talent in each individual team member. Assessing the team performance and rewarding upon success. Health and safety. To ensure that an organization remains productive, it is necessary that its employees are taken care of, especially their safety during work. Hence, health and safety measures are an essential part of the organization's planning. In every organization, the line managers have to take following duties as a health and safety measure: must ensure that suitable work procedures and arrangement are in place for safeguarding the health, safety and welfare of their staff. Provision of sufficient information and training for the safe operation of any equipment or machinery or safe use of any substance. Seek advice from PSP about health and safety measures. Selection of competent individuals to carry out risk assessment. Now, the first step in proceeding towards making a health and safety environment for employees is to carry out risk assessment. There are a few types of risk assessment depending upon the situation and the organization's inspections. In this inspection, hazards are identified and a brief evaluation takes place to determine level of risk and whether or not controls over the workplace and work process are adequate. Thematic risk assessment. Thematic assessments focus on a theme in the workplace, such as all elements relating to fire hazards or manual handling operations in the workplace. These types of assessments allow the risk assessor to focus on specific elements of the workspace and work process and make detailed recommendation about these elements. Task-centered assessment. These focus on actual tasks that the workers are performing and assess the risks that arise out of the tasks that they do. Many different types of risk can be identified using this method. Strategic assessment. This looks at the organization and structure of management for health and safety. Step 1. The identification of hazard, which is the first step in risk assessment, includes measures like surveying the workplace to find causes which are expected to cause any kind of harm, asking employees for their opinions and experiences, checking of instructions provided by the manufacturer of machines or chemicals regarding the probable hazards from which they should take precautions, check the accident logbook and learn what things went wrong previously and correct them, focusing on long-term safety and health hazards. After the identification done for the hazards, the risk assessment moves on to its next steps. Step 2. Deciding on who may get affected and how. Step 3. Evaluating risk and deciding on precautions. Step 4. Recording findings and implementing them. Step 5. Reviewing the risk assessment. Once the risk assessment is made, there are a few actions that need to be taken to ensure health and safety. Identifying the hazard types, defining the scope and coverage of risk assessment, recording the assessment to determine how severe it is, carrying out the suitable actions to prevent the hazards, reviewing and revising your assessment. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me. I hope you enjoyed learning about understanding the buyer's behavior as much as I did. Kindly remember that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay at Squid Essays for as little as $10. The link is in the description. See you next time.